This is the card that finally made me stop buying reference designs. The ASUS ROG Strix RTX 4090 White OC Edition is the best 4090 I've tested so far, but let me explain why. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. I've been running this card for 3 solid weeks in a custom loop with a 5950X and 64GB of RAM, and I haven't heard the fans ramp above 30% in normal desktop use. That's thanks to the scaled-up axial tech fans and the new vapor chamber that ASUS milled flat against the heat spreader. Even when I'm exporting 4K 60 frames per second H.265 streams in OBS or rendering in Blender, the GPU stays under 70 degrees Celsius and the noise level is closer to a quiet library than a gaming rig. If you're someone who actually cares about acoustics, streamers, content creators, or just people who hate the sound of jet engines under their desk, this card is a night and day difference. The 24GB of GDDR6X is overkill for most games right now, but it's already paying off in Unreal Engine 5 and Stable Diffusion workflows. I was able to run a 4K scene with Nanite and Lumen at max settings while simultaneously upscaling with DLSS 3 frame generation, and the frame time stayed locked at 60 frames per second. That headroom means I'm not having to dial anything back when I'm iterating on new assets, which saves hours every week. If you're doing any kind of 3D work, video editing, or even just heavy multitasking with Chrome tabs and Discord open, the extra VRAM keeps everything smooth. The 3.5 slot design is beefy, but it's also the reason the card stays cool without needing aggressive fan curves. I've got it mounted in a fractal torrent with 3 intake 140mm fans and 1 exhaust 120mm, and the GPU exhausts straight out the top. Even with the side panel on, there's no hotspot on the backplate, and the VRM temps stay in the mid-60s degrees Celsius range under full synthetic load. If you're building in a smaller case or a case with poor airflow, the extra thickness actually works in your favor because it gives the vapor chamber more surface area to dissipate heat. I also appreciate the digital power control and 15K rated chokes. During a Furmark run with afterburner logging, the voltage never sagged below 1.1 V, and the clock stayed locked at the advertised 2550 MHz boost. That kind of stability means I'm not chasing down random crashes or artifacts when I'm pushing the card hard. The OC Edition also comes with ASUS's white aesthetic RGB lighting, brushed metal backplate, and all, so if you're going for a clean white and black build, this card looks like it belongs there instead of sticking out like a sore thumb. On the connectivity side, you get HDMI 2.1A and DisplayPort 1.4A, which is everything you need for a triple monitor 4K setup or a single 8K display. I've been driving a 4K 144Hz monitor and a 1440p 240Hz monitor at the same time with G-Sync enabled on both, and there's zero stutter or tearing. If you're still using an older 1080p monitor, this card will absolutely future-proof you for the next 5 years. The 3-year warranty is another big plus. I've had RTX cards fail on me within 18 months, and waiting for an RMA can kill a project. Knowing ASUS stands behind this with a longer coverage period gives me peace of mind, especially when the card is already a significant investment. Now, it's not perfect. The card is long, 357mm, and it weighs just over 3 kilograms, so make sure your case has proper clearance and your PSU cables are up to the task. The white aesthetic also means fingerprints show up everywhere, so you'll want to keep a microfiber cloth handy. And while the fans are quiet, they're not silent. If you're running a completely fanless build, this isn't the card for you. Overall, if you want the best 4090 that balances cooling, acoustics, and aesthetics without sacrificing performance, this is it. The price is higher than the reference models, but you're paying for the engineering that makes it quieter and more reliable day in and day out. You can grab the latest price and any current bundles down below.